it's tough to talk much about free agency with, the rules now that I'm on the other side of this thing. But, for Carmelo or any free agent, it's their decision. And they'll make them, and they'll let everyone know when they're ready.
How difficult is it for you to be in this position where he's the best player on the roster and there's some uncertainty as you come into being a coach for the first time?
No, I don't think it's difficult. I think that it's about staying in the moment and focusing on the things that you can't control. And those will be messages that we'll talk to these guys about here this week, as well as when we return for training camp. Things are going to happen during the course of the season that you can't control. And so you have to focus on what you can do. And that's what we're trying to do here this week. We have some young guys that are going to be extremely important to our success this season that we're working with right now, teaching right now. We have some young guys that want to live the dream of playing for the Knicks, hopefully, and making the roster, hopefully. And that's what we're focused on this week. And for guys that are free agents, in particular ours, they'll let us know when they make a decision, and then we'll go from there.
Do you think the trade made it a little bit more attractive to him, the players that you added, the Calderons?
I can't speak for him. Obviously, we're excited about all of the players that came over in the trade. At the same time, we still respect and value what Raymond and Tyson brought to the organization during their time here. But we're excited about what Jose Calderon can do for us, and Shane Larkin at the guard positions, and Samuel Dallenberg in the middle, who had a really good season for the Dallas Mavericks last year. We're excited about having him. Wayne Ellington is a pro. He shoots the ball well. He's played in this system before under Curry in Minnesota with the Timberwolves. So we're excited about that. The picks we were able to get brought us Cle Anthony Early and Thanasis. And, we're excited about the things that are going on right now, and we'll see what happens going forward. I think it's about winning as far as what I could gather. He wants to win. He wants to be successful. And so in the time I had to visit with him, I just shared with him that we'll be a better basketball team because we'll play the game in a better way. We'll play as a team. We'll play with the system, with the format that allows the game to be easier for him and for his teammates. And so I'm not sure if it hit home. I guess we'll find out. But, hopefully we'll find out soon.
You're going to coach the sidelines?
Yes. And I'm excited about it.
Why did you decide to, it was easy call, you guys were discussing it? Or?
No, I think, I was given the option by management. It wasn't something that was mandatory per se, but, I'm excited to get after it, to have this opportunity to be the head coach of the New York Knicks. That's why wait. It's the summer league, but this is still a part of the NBA, part of professional basketball. And, as coaches, we have to be examples to our players that all of this matters. And so I wanted to be here, and I'm looking forward to it.
Derek, how will you approach sort of the teaching process through these guys? And I know the triangle offense is obviously something you want to get installed, but what is it going to be like for these couple days and leading into the games?
Yeah, the job for these guys here in the summer league is actually going to be tougher than, what we'll do once training camp starts. We have to get a lot done in 3 or 4 days and be ready to try and play a game and look halfway presentable. So it is difficult to do. We're trying our best to do it, and these guys are really doing a great job of not just physically being prepared, but mentally, being open to learning a lot of new things. And it'll be challenging. We won't look good at times, but this is going to be the way we'll play. And so it's important, especially having some guys on our roster that'll be there for us when camp starts, that we start getting them ahead of the curve right now.
What were your emotions like, the first time getting on the court here? It's a new chapter in your life now.
Some nervous, some excited. It's a special moment and a special opportunity. And as I was leaving the hotel to come over for our first practice yesterday evening, it was emotional. Just to have this opportunity as, your first practice as the head coach of the New York Knicks. And that meant a lot to me, a lot to my family. And this is a great group of guys to break into with. These guys have all been just great in terms of their attitude, their mindset, and that makes our job as coaches a lot easier.
Are you surprised the Lakers are so involved in this competition? Your former club, Los Angeles.
I can't speak for.
Is it a little just strange, you and Phil having ties to the Lakers and Jeannie? COVID?
No, I wouldn't say it's strange. I wouldn't say it's strange at all. I think for those of us that have been in this business a long time, we've seen a lot. Some things we agree with, some things we don't. But like I said earlier, you can only focus on the things you can control. And Phil's job, my job, is to control what we can here with this organization, try to help these players be the best they can be, and win a lot of games.
Derek, you hear a lot of the players and even some of the people that were working out with Phil Granger, the pre-draft process, talk about footwork. And obviously that's something that Phil stresses a lot. And it seems unusual for how much he stresses in person, maybe other people in basketball. Is that something that he stressed a whole lot with you during your playing career? And why is it so important to him in the system?
Well, it's very important to what we do in the system, but footwork is a fundamental part of the game of basketball, the way it was invented to be played. And so that's why it's so valuable to us in the system and the format we'll play out of. Footwork kind of sets the table for being able to do everything you need to do to play with a purpose when you do have the basketball. And so it'll be something that this week will be hard for us to really hammer home to these guys at the level we will when the season starts in terms of training camp. But you'll hear us talking about it a lot, and you'll hear guys and see guys, really emphasizing their ability to use their feet. The best players in the game that you can think of were all excellent, in their footwork. And so that's something we'll talk about a lot.
When you faced Calderon, what were some of the things that you had to worry about? Is there something you probably went against him many times?
Yeah, no, Jose is he's a tough guy to rattle. Very composed, very poised. Always in control of himself, his emotions, in control of the basketball. Always had a very high assist-to-turnover ratio as a player. Great shooter from the perimeter, and just always seemed like a great teammate. A guy that you could enjoy playing the game with. And so it made my life difficult at times, playing against him because he was so solid as a player. And so now to have this opportunity to work with him on this side of things, I'm hoping that I don't mess it up, that I actually can help make him better because he's already pretty good.
All right, thanks, Derek.